Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be an interesting podcast. I've got someone who's very famous in BIM Trichy, Raghavendra sir, who's the chairperson of PGP. But I think ये video थोड़ा सा अलग होगा. We will talk about BIM also. But more than that, sir, my question to you is, a lot of Gen Zs these days or the youngsters, right? They feel that अगर हमारा IM में नहीं हुआ admission, right? If you're not able to make it to the IMs or XLRIs or let's say SME Punes of the world, we will not be able to grow in our life. It's the end of life, etc., etc. So let's start with this. What's your take on this? How can they make it big in their life even after coming from tier 2 sort of a B school?
Nice. Ketan, thanks for having me in your podcast.
Pleasure, sir.
So, whatever, that's a very nice question because even for my son, it was almost the same thought.
Okay.
My son also was thinking of the same way.
Okay.
So if it's not happening in IIM or XLRA or somewhere like that,
Right.
what happens? So, I don't know, I have a different take on this whole stuff where, I go with this very strongly. It's what I come with, I get back.
What
So
I come with, I get back. Nice.
Wherever I am, wherever I go. So yes, brand matters. I know all those things matter. But then if I bring in a caliber, if I bring in a requirement, if I come in with a requirement, if I know this is what I am, this is what I need, and any of the top institutes are offering them today in the country. So most of the institutes in the country are offering some of the best courses.
Right.
The syllabi almost in line. They get some of the best faculties across.
Right.
So there are some institutes, the difference comes in, the difference is actually the space they offer to the student. And you as a student will use that space to get the best out of you.
Right.
So it's not about where you are, it's about what you do with where you get it.
Okay.
And obviously you have a community which is looking up to get elevated in their career. If you're amongst a community which is looking to get elevated in their career, say you have a community with a lot of work experience, so you have a community with some exposure to career, then if you're amongst them, obviously you really get to the next level.
Okay. Sir,
Let me finish.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So institute like BIM, they get a sort of a crowd who comes with work experience.
Right.
You have a peer group with whom you can share such things, with whom you can learn such things, and then you get to know, even if you tend to be a fresher, you get to learn what is required. These guys have seen the industry and they are here with us. So this peer learning can also help you. So an institute of this nature surely helps you, and we have many of our alumni at the top position in the country.
Right. I think we would love to talk about the alumni also. But just one follow-up question on this. So, let's say, there are a lot of students in the market. They are sort of raw, fresher or work ex, but different work ex. It's nothing to do with the MBA. But they have strong zeal to work hard, to grow in life eventually. 10 years down the line, 12 years down the line, they want to get into the top management. Okay. Now, let's say these kind of students, okay, if somebody comes to BI, okay, so you have spent 20 odd years here. Right? You can figure it out that, okay, this girl or this guy can make it big in life. But there are people who are raw, but really want to work hard. If you can tell us that this is what students should be doing for the next 2 odd years of their MBA, this is how they should be utilizing, right? These are the do's and the don'ts. If you take care of this, you should be able to achieve a good position, let's say 8 or 10 years down the line. So as per your experience, what you would love to advise them?
See, to me it's the seriousness with which you come in. The intensity with which you prepare, the intensity with which you want to acquire knowledge.
Interesting, sir.
The intensity is very important. So how much you share with the community. It's not about classes, it's not just about classes. And here at BIM, we have a lot of practical sessions. You have exercises which you do very practically. You are there, you get to meet a lot of corporate coming in. So this could actually help you. And all you need is, you need to be very clear what you want to take back from this institute, where you want to hit to, what you need to add on to yourself as skills. Because here the institute is giving you everything. Everything is available. It is not about a function, it's about all the functions. All the functions are there, here available. You get the best of best people come and teach you here. You have from the corporate, you have the best faculties also come. So all you need is, it's not, it's not like a UG, you follow one book, you follow, it's not that.
It's not
So it's how you read. You see, all of us have a zeal, but we don't work for that. Everyone is interested in making it big. But what did I do to make it big is also important.
Very well said.
It is not just a thought of making it big.
It's a wish otherwise.
It's just a wish. So I think you as a student, the amount of effort you really want to put in. Because there are providers. All you need is to go towards that and equip yourself with it.
Makes sense.
And you already have ample companies coming here. And if you can match them, I don't think anything can stop you.
Okay. So BIM has been doing fantastically good over a couple of decades, I would say. So as a PGP chair, right, during the admissions, what sort of personality traits or factors you would see in a candidate which will help him or her to get selected here? If you can give us some bullet pointers.
It's actually very tough to be very specific about it. Because every year the crowd is very different.
Right.
So for us, one of the most important things we look for is the type of people we want and which will work for us.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
With the placement.
Right.
In a very simple way.
Right.
So I don't know if I'm complicating it, but the sense is this. Where, I look for a guy who has that sort of a rigor and he has to exhibit that rigor. So we have all our stages of the interview. We have a group discussion, we have a basic requirement test to be done, you have a CAD, SAT and all those things. So we have an interview process where we look at the personality, we look at the subject knowledge, we look at what he's understanding about the industry. There's a lot of assessments we do in the process of interview and in the other processes. So the issue here is, it's not just about having that wish and coming in with that wish, it's about what he exhibits. And if he has some work experience, it's surely an add-on.
Okay.
Because corporates today look for that 1.5 to 2 years of experience. It gives them an add-on. But we're not very serious, we're not very keen about those work experience also. But at the same time, if you're fresh, and as long as you don't exhibit that rawness, so you need to have an understanding of how industries are. You need to have an understanding of how corporates work. You need to have an understanding of what business is. And moreover, you also need to have an understanding of what a business school expects of you. Otherwise, it just becomes a PG course.
Right.
So, all these taken into account. It is not just intelligent, it is not just intellectual, it is not just knowledge. It's not just that. We want someone who's complete to that requirement, that's all.
Okay. So, as far as the evaluation process is concerned, right, can you give me a bullet points? Like, we've got GT, we've got PI, or we've got, let's say, case discussion or a VAT, or anything. Like, if you can explain me about the rounds or anything that can help students to understand.
The basic requirement is either a CAD, SAT, or a student score, and that has a pattern of our selecting.
Right.
After which they will be shortlisted and they will go through a group discussion.
Okay.
And they'll also have a written analysis test.
Okay.
So, and after which they will have an interview.
Okay.
And in an interview, we look at the personal dimension, we look at the subject knowledge, we look at so many things like that. So there are weightages given accordingly, and each time we have norms.
Okay.
The norms are stated norms by the institute. So we go by it.
Okay.
This is what we follow.
Okay. So guys, mostly as far as the cutoffs are concerned, right? So I just want to give a brief about the cutoffs. So for open category, for ZAD, you can keep it at 70 plus. And via CAT, for open category, you can keep it probably, somewhere between 75 plus, or in between 75 to 80. So that's the cutoff. Definitely, इसके बाद आपका evaluation होगा via GD, written analysis, and the personal interview, etc., etc. So coming back to the BIM, you have been, here from last 20 odd years. You've seen a lot of alumni, a lot of students, etc. And I know BIM is a really strong brand. It's got a legacy of 40 odd years. But somehow I feel that it's a little underrated. A lot of people don't know about it. It's silent, but it's great. I would love to have this opportunity where you explain my audience, my students, that how good is this brand? If you can make a mention with respect to alumni, tie-ups, etc. Anything that comes into your mind, sir.
See, in a very simple way, you look at all those people who passed out from BIM.
Okay.
Over the last 40 years. All of them have made it very big. Even last 2-3 years, there are people at very senior positions.
Hmm.
Though I wouldn't want to name them and give you organizations and all those
Right,
things.
I understand.
So we've had a fantastic, the organization or our recruiters look at us as a value addition. Our students have been a real value addition to them. So we have ample feedback from the recruiters who look at our students and they want them. So that's the biggest plus. I think today most of them are looking at placements.
Yeah, absolutely.
So though I don't want to mislead anyone by saying all these things can happen, nothing. But this is the truth. So we have, and the data for us, we have ample data which will speak for us.
Absolutely.
So silent because maybe we are at the southern tip of the country, maybe because of that. But and we are housed inside PHU. And this is one of those institutes in the country which is housed inside a public sector giant, and you don't have any. Maybe you need to figure out if, to my knowledge, this is the only one. So that's the biggest plus. And the place is so powerful, so serene.
Yeah.
So anyone who comes here loves this place. So we have we've had a huge repute in terms of placements, in terms of the type of students we've come. And one of the best things BIM has had is people who have been coming here since years. I don't know, at least 2 decades I've been seeing. They've all come here to get their career elevated.
Okay, nice.
And it has happened. And BIM has given them that.
Okay.
BIM has given them that. And it's because of what the legacy it has been carrying through. So we have some of the best recruiters, we have some of the best companies come. So it has happened. Okay. So you're saying it is silent, but to the recruiters it is very noisy.
Thanks for mentioning that. So placement will get attention. So one question I wanted to ask, being PG chair, if you can give us a little idea about the curriculum that you guys teach, it can be analytics, it can be, business intelligence, it can be AI, it can be financial modeling, it can be marketing strategy, etc., etc. Would love to understand how this curriculum is designed, which matches to either tier 1 or which matches to the current industry requirements.
See, BIM has always had this pattern, we've one of the best things we've had is where a faculty can rework on a syllabi whenever he wants.
Who is it? Okay.
So, because we have 2 board of studies sometimes in a year.
Okay.
So, we want to be very current. A faculty who comes in, because we have a lot of corporates coming in teaching here. So, when they know there's something which has to be added on, it is done just like that. And it is taken through the board of studies. So sometimes we have 2 board of studies in a year. Okay. So normally academic institutes will have only 1. So we have 2 board of studies in a year. So which means that we are so we want to be so current. We want to give the students what really matters to them. That doesn't mean we keep changing every 6 months. That's not the case. That's not the case. The case is if something has to be added on, if there's a requirement at this level, it's automatically added on into the syllabus by the faculty. So the student can be very well assured that whatever he comes in, gets himself equipped with is something which is in use currently in the industry.
Okay.
So that's the biggest edge.
Okay. Cool. So last question for the day. Now the JAT results are also out. CAT results are also out. Lot of students have got, let's say 80%, 90, 95, 99 also, right? And most of the time students think of or dream of getting into XYZ B school. But sometimes they are not able to get in there, maybe interviews, etc., etc., etc. And they feel that this is the end of life. As an academician, as a parent, as a guru, what sort of piece of advice you would love to give it to them? It can be life advice, it can be anything motivational that can keep them going for next couple of odd years.
I wish I could give a straight answer for this. It isn't that easy to give a prescription, but I think yes, as long as you know very clearly what you want in life matters. It's not about where you're heading to. Sometimes you get latched onto institutes and you get stuck. It's not about that. It's about as long as you're very clear with what you want. Sometimes you're being tested a bit harder, and you'll have to prove yourself better.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be tested. The more you're being tested, the better for you.
Absolutely.
Because you know what is that you need to add on to yourself.
True that.
So I think any student, and I think the younger crowd is quite resilient. It's not that they are not resilient. They're very resilient. They want to work hard. But sometimes, the intention is there, but the effort isn't there.
Yeah.
So I think the intention with the effort, hard work, I think it will take them. So I won't call this an advice. I think this is something which has been there always in life. So you don't need to give up. And today you have many top institutes in the country which can cater to you. So all you need is you need to really focus. And I very warmly welcome you to BIM also.
Alright, thank you so much, sir, for giving some time. And guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Keith. Thank you so much.